Most healthcare professionals don't realize this, but after documentation stays vague more than once, assumptions change. Not about intent, not about competence, but about defensibility. Here's the part that usually goes unseen. Early on, documentation is read generously. Context is inferred. Language is interpreted charitably. Gaps are mentally filled in. After repeated vagueness, that generosity disappears. At that point, documentation quietly stops being assumed to be self explanatory, defensible on its face, or interpretable without clarification. Nothing breaks. Notes are still accepted. Claims still processed. No alerts fire. But the internal posture has shifted. This is where professionals misunderstand audit risk. They think audits start when something is wrong. More often, audits start when documentation stops being trusted to explain itself. Once language stays unclear across encounters, systems adapt. They stop assuming context. They stop filling gaps. They stop giving the benefit of interpretation. And that's the invisible loss. Your documentation is no longer read as probably fine. It reads as potentially questionable. Not because of error, but because repeated ambiguity creates exposure. From this point forward, documentation isn't just reviewed. It's being remembered. Patterns are logged. Comparison widens. And tolerance narrows. That change happens long before any formal audit appears. Most documentation discussions focus on what to include. This channel, on the other hand, focuses on what stops being assumed when clarity doesn't arrive. By the time audit attention becomes visible, the assumption shift already happened. Because once documentation stops explaining itself, systems stop explaining themselves to you.